Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Wargame Red Dragon replay cast. And today is another Reddit 3 vs 3 game. And it is between the Disjointed Penquins on the left side, which consists of Crazy 666, Karuba Coffee, and Mantle. And on the right side, we have the Refugees, which consists of Austrian Oak, Spartan Omega, and Barry Dillon. And a relatively quick match. But before the match begins, I'd just like to make another announcement that I do have a link in the description below where you can upload replays to a website. And if you think you have a really good replay that you would like casted, just put my name in the replay when you upload it, and I will take a look at it. And if it's really cool, I will cast it. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and speed this on up. So all the units come out. A relatively quick 3 vs 3 game. But it should be a good one either way. And here we go, all the units on their way out. And we'll see what all these guys got. And lots of Salamandras moving forward, Recon, and Mi-24Ws moving forward as well. So big helicopter force moving on that way. And troops, T-72s, T-64s, all moving into the center here. Going to capture the towns and the forest there in Bravo. And a little bit behind here, a little bit further to go there all the way through. Some Strela, some T-64, T-72s, so lots of armor, and troops all ahead there, going to try and capture the center Echo there. And meanwhile, on the left side, Hotel is a totally different story. You got to pretty much capture this one little line of forestry here, put some tanks and such, and some anti-air in the back. And when everybody tries to cross this bridge here, they get pummeled up, and a little bit of defense here and in the wood line as well. So we got some T-72s. And not too much over there as well. Some SPW there with some troops. But nothing too crazy going that way. And for our blue team, got some Flak Panzers now moving on up front. Some Leopards as well. And in the center here, the battle has begun. M2A1 Bradley has made it up first there. And the non-recon Bradley, so they're moving forward and get destroyed there by that Mi-17. And TACOM has been dropped off there inside India, so they captured that. And all the helicopter forces have dropped off the troops there. Volscom Jaegers and Jaegers moving forward, and Fennec Toes pushing forward here. And those Cyclos launching. And gonna hit some of these tanks there. Takes out one T-72, and now the other Toe here is in a little bit of trouble. The BTR firing away at it, and hits the ammo box, takes out half of the ammo there. And Toes launching into the woods. And looks like they are all out of toes. Looks like they only took out one T-72. That's all I've seen there. So not too successful of a push there, but the did hold him back for just a moment, forced him off into the woods instead of him pushing forward there. So it's going to allow these units here to get into the wood line, Volscom Jaegers and the Jaegers, to try and get into this wood line, hold out there. And on the right side, see if a fight has begun here, and those Leopards pushing up, and not too much. There isn't too much defense here by the Refugees, and normally you'd like to put some heavy armor right here in the wood line to stop a push like you see now, and that was not done. So now these Leopard 2A4s are going to be pushing forward here, and going to successfully get into that wood line. It's going to be hard to take them out as long as you set it up right. There's the Flak Panzers. Take out that aircraft there, going to be splooshing into the ground. And those troops have successfully made it into the wood line here. These Volscom Jaegers under attack from the Spetsnaz. And Spetsnaz under attack from two Volscom Jaegers. And T-72 here going to get struck there and takes that T-72 out. And not too much luck here on the left side of India for the Disjointed Penguins. And looks like they have successfully defended India pretty well here. The Refugees have taken this over pretty well. Two riflemen is the only thing that's left here, and try to push forward into the town, but I doubt that's going to happen. And now those Leopards have decided to push forward past the wood line there, and that's really all you need to take is that wood line right here, and you can have Hotel the whole game as long as you can hold this properly and have some anti-air spread out and yada yada, you know, your flank secure, And Leopard's pushing forward across the bridge now. And lots of troops being brought up and 2 T-72Ms. But I don't think those are going to be enough here to stop the Leopard. We'll have to see. The troops do have lots of anti-tank equipment. So he may be just going in here to his death, or he may be going to a completely successful victory. We'll see. No, the T-72s have been taken out. Only one T-72 left. And these Leopards are doing absolute work here. And pushing forward. And one Leopard has a very, very low. And Grenzer with the RPG-2 does not fire again. And there goes the Su-22 M4. And takes out one of those Leopards, but still not enough. 2 Fennec Toes being pushed forward here. And it looks like, or 1 Fennec Toe and 1 Fennec 20mm. And there's only 1 Toe missile left on that Fennec. And he's just going to have to bail out of there. Should bail out of there anyway, because it's totally useless now. And the 20mm pushing forward. And we'll see what decides to shoot at. And gets taken out. That does not make it too far there. Flak Panzers pushing in behind the Leopards. Trying to get up to those Mi-24s. And Falcon Jaegers have been pushed out of the center there, lost that, and now the T-62, T-72s have made a push around. Looks like they've pushed from somewhere up here, and are now pushing around the backside of Crazy 666, and are doing a damn good job of doing that. Only Vik 40 is left there, and the Flak Panzer is taken out there, and Hotel is up for grabs, but has not picked it up just yet. I'd like to see a CV going over there. That would be pretty nice. It would only leave their opponents with a +1 advantage. T-64 takes out that Vik there. Now, all of these territories are pretty much owned by the refugees at the moment. And could easily put in a few CVs. Each one could equip a CV there and blam, 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 take all that, or at least take India as well. And a Leopard trying to come up from behind. 64 is launching Stay-Close missiles. And Leopard holding out pretty well here. I think it's just the fault of missing the Leopard there. There he goes. Loses that. Doesn't really take out any of those. Did a sliver of damage, but perhaps that was from earlier. And now India is up for the taking here. Looks like another CV is on the way out. And that is from Austrian Oak. And where is Austrian Oak? And we'll see where he decides to put that. Echo would probably be a pretty good place. That's pretty safe, and it gives you the +1 advantage, just as same as it would in India. Changaka now firing away at the Starfighter there. And loses that pretty quickly. Doesn't really take anything out. And another Starfighter all the way up here, and a Tornado is routed, so it is running away pretty quickly there. And another CV being brought out by Omega. So now they are doing just what I said earlier, is each really just buying their own CV and putting it wherever they can there to get an even bigger advantage. So far a +2 advantage for our red team. The Refugees and Disjointed Penguins at 0 do have 33 points though, so if they can turn it around. Problem is, that's going to be very difficult. The Refugees have created a nice defensive line. The only non-defensive line here is in a Hotel. That could easily be taken. But so far, really nothing seems to be going off that way. We have a Toe and a Leopard being brought up. And a couple Fennec Toes here flying over the wood line for any armor that decides to move out. But really not necessary to move out anyway. And Austrian Oak is putting it in Echo, and it looks like Spartan Omega is putting his in India. And we'll see if there's another one coming out. I'd like to see a third one coming out and take Echo, or Lima there. And so far, the blue team, the Disjointed Penguins, really don't have too much of an answer right now. They have an M1 Abrams sitting here, but unable to push forward, and some Pivads. That is not going to be enough to push forward across the bridge there, as we have some VDV right here at the edge of the bridge. Anything that goes over there is going to have a really bad day. And lots of attacks have been marked by the Disjointed Penguins. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. Most of them don't have too much left in terms of their army. It looks like the Red 4 team did not lose all that much throughout the game. And Echo now taken along with soon to be India, which will give them a +4 advantage. And will raise their points very, very quickly. SU-27 moving across the way here. And just doing circles, really. Defensive circles, I suppose. Fennec Toe launches, and I don't think it hit anything there. Ooh, taken out instantly by that SU-27. That block had no chance there. Veek 40 firing away, and took a couple shots there, and now evac and going to be just fine. And Hotel still, nobody even bothering to be in Hotel. And so many Fennec Toes moving forward here. 4 Fennec Toes pushing across the way, but there isn't too much armor over here. More so in the center there with 3 T-64s and 1 T-72. And Tunguska firing away at the puffs there. And doesn't take any of them out. And now very low on ammunition there. Only has 1 Cyclus missile left, but not too big of a deal. Has plenty of 30 mils left. We'll just have to micro that radar a little bit. Fennec 20 mils moving up as well. So 4 Fennec Toes, 2 Fennec 20s. So this guy is just going straight air power, and I'm not sure if this is going to work too well, as there's tons of Mi-24s and 2 Su-22s moving out as well. And launching now at that Leopard, and hit it once there, did pretty big damage, but now the Mi-24s look like they're going to finish that off. And eats a missile there, finishes them all off. And Fennec 20s just lose it bad. And this is horrible to watch. Oh my. And they did just about nothing. That was definitely not a good engagement at all. And I think that was sort of just a desperate movement against a Hotel there. But I suppose it could have been a little bit set up better than that. I mean, just bring some anti-air with you, some armor, just a little bit more diversified than just throwing a bunch of Fennecs into the way there. And VDV is burning up, is covered by that smoke a little bit. Otherwise, this Bradley would have been long destroyed. And now got to get around there and gets finished off. And we have some SEALs moving up here and some Marines moving up on those VDV. Combat moving up as well. Gets taken out by the VDV. And really, all chances have been destroyed here by the... Oh, now the Red 4 team is just totally pushing down the right side here. And Flak Panzer is being brought out. And a Chaparral. Also a Hawk as well. Hawk is already out of missiles, as they only have 3 missiles. Flak Panzer firing away, but doesn't have much of a chance. Su-22s finish him off. And that 2 Chaparrals here could be launching. But here they go. Now it's just going to start to launch. And takes out the Salamandra. And the Mi-24 needs to be taken out next. Finishes that off. Tornado chasing that Su-22. A little bit too late to the scene, though. And that was a pretty fun push there. It didn't really amount to too much, but did push him back a little bit there. And BRDM pushing forward, takes out that Veek 40. Also Jaegers under attack. T-64, T-72 pushing forward, but unfortunately this push here I don't think is going to work. They're going to need some smoke if they want to go over that bridge, as those Falsum Jaegers will just launch over and over at them. And even if you take out that Falcon Jaeger squad there, it's not going to be too big of a deal. MiG about to fly over 3 Veek 40s here. And surprisingly did not get destroyed, which was very odd indeed, as it flew right over them basically. Should have been taken out. And a big push here from our Blue 4 team. 4 Pivads, 6 Pivads, a couple Comvats here moving overhead as well. And some, just 1 Abrams. Really not enough armor. Well, no, 2 M1A1 Abrams. And Veek 40s fire at the Su-27 does not take that out. Here comes another MiG. And looks like it's going to bail before it gets over all those Veek 40s. And now trying to push back into India here. And MiG-21 fires. And looks like it takes out some of those Pivads there. And U.S. Marines and Navy SEALs trying to push across into the wood line here. M1 Abrams eating those VDV missiles there from the RPG-29 and finishes that Abrams off. Just one Abrams left here, and Pivad's moving up. And loses the game by the looks of it there. And now the Disjointed Penquins have lost the game. They were doing pretty decent at the start of the game, but then the refugees there, the red team, simply pushed them out pretty well too, and dominated the entire rest of the game. But I hope you guys enjoyed this replay, and I will see you guys next time.